Welcome to Dude RV. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. And of course, go ahead, say it with me. You got here just in time. That's right, just in time because it's Friday and it's time for another edition of Friday's Find. All right, in case you're wondering, as of the recording of this video, we're still not in the house. I'm about 3 weeks ahead of schedule on Friday's Find. So by the time you see this, you may have already seen that we're in the house, but right now we don't have a septic and the floor hasn't been done. But this Friday's Finds is 3 weeks ahead of actual real time anyway. Or actually 3 weeks behind. So I'm shooting this, but you're not gonna see it for 3 weeks. We got a good edition of Friday's Finds. We're gonna be all crafty again. Of course, I always seem to be doing crafty kind of Friday's Finds. But I got 4 or 5 products, and they all have some assembly required or something. So I gotta be creative. Let's open a box. This first box comes to us from Linglong. Sounds like my doorbell. Linglong. June is over. July is coming on. It's been really hot. It's like 100 degrees when I was digging in the sand. It's kind of odd that they're asking that somebody's wanting a video on this particular product. Lilo. It's weird that they want me to do a video on this right now because it's so very hot. This is a propane heater. It's got a travel pack. How about that? I like that. What are the foam pads for? Just protection, I guess. Doesn't say what the foam pads are for. But I can tell you what this is. This is for heating a tent, any small space. I'll be right back. I need a greenie bottle. Uses a greenie, a 1 pound propane bottle. We're going to need instructions as to how to turn it on. We have an igniter. And just like that, we're lit. And it just so happens that I have a PVC project that requires some heat. You think I might have thought this through? So I need to heat this up to make an adapter, a downspout adapter. So I want to heat this up till it's soft and then push it down over that. So let's see if it'll get hot enough to do that. Now when you're working with PVC, you want to move just fast enough to keep it from burning, but slow enough that it heats up. Now I was working this with the electric heat gun earlier, but it was not a large enough area being heated. So it occurred to me that I have to make this video with this gas heater Why not use it? Probably do some time lapse here. There's one. I need 5 more of those. I need to open another box. Turns out my jig is just a little bit too small. It's not 4 by 4. It's 4 by 3 and I don't know, 7/8 or something. But anyway, we need to open another box because I've got to secure this to the side somehow. And I got just the thing. We have the manual stapler. I need to fasten this to that so that I can continue doing my shaping work here. I have to get this right because I have to make 5 of these. That's a handy dandy tool to have. Nice and ergonomic. The package includes like 3 different size staples. We have brads. We need to do some brad nailing. And then we have 2 different lengths of staples. Try the brad nails. Well, wood is hard. I have an adapter. If it hadn't have been for that staple gun or that propane heater, I would not have been able to fabricate that adapter. Okay, now I have 4 more of those to fabricate. Took me all day to figure it out, but I figured it out. That little heater was a game changer. Of course that was too. If it hadn't have been for that, I wouldn't have been able to fabricate that. Had that heat gun arrived, it made that task way better. All right, let's open another box. Well, it would appear cool is that? Very interesting. Full shed windows. Oh, they even open. How about that? Check that out. Open with screens. You could actually use that on an RV if you're building like an RV. Of course, they're single pane, so they're not going to be real. But single is better than none. All right, so now I need to figure out a way to demo windows. Let's open another box. This one's a plastic box. This will be handy. Check this out. It is a set of drop feed spray paint guns. So we have a big one, and we have a small one. Alright, so that means I gotta figure out how to paint something with one of these. We have a tool, big hopper, little hopper, maintenance kit, some pressure regulator. This is sent to us by Just Pro US. All right, so let me figure out what I'm doing. The Max Axe for modern home. That is one sizable coat. There are 3 screws. 2 up here, and then 1 down here, and that drops the glass. Oh, those are cool. All right, now I need to mount it on the wall so we can see what it looks like. We're almost done. So we've got the bracket installed. We've got the wire connections, black to black, white to white, and ground to ground. So now I just need to button it up, and then we'll put the lamps in and the glass on, and then we'll put some power to it. The light sensor's covered so that we can see it during the daylight hours. And we take the little bit of tape off of there and it'll go off. So now we'll come back after dark. Those mounted. It actually came with like 6 extra screws. The screws are stainless steel, Phillips. I mean, those are handy little windows. Be awesome for a playhouse for the grandkids. And then you get some airflow. Tempered glass, so if it's broken, it'll shatter into a bunch of little pieces. You don't have to worry about anybody getting hurt. All right, now we gotta spray some paint. All right, now I know how to use it. It recommends that you run it at about 35 to 40 psi. Wait till the compressor shuts off for the noise to go away. You can change the direction of your spray pattern by rotating that. You can change the amount of fluid by how much spray you're getting with this knob. This one controls the amount of air. Yeah, I like it. So now that I've learned how to prime, now I'm gonna go get some paint. We're gonna paint it. And here we are after dark. The photocell has just turned on the lights. I like that. I like that a whole lot. It's kind of hard to tell, but it actually illuminates this whole area within reason. I mean, we only have 2 little bulbs. Got to be reasonable. But this is awesome. Looks cool, and it is so functional. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal right there. That's a great deal right there. I like that light. You will too. I like the sprayer. I really like that. That's so much better than a brush. It made that box thing look so much better. In case you're wondering, that's the stand for my Green Mountain grill. I like that sprayer. Very easy and super simple to clean. Cleanup was a piece of cake. Keep your pressure low. The lower the pressure, the better it works. All right, I think we're at the end of this edition of Friday's Finds. Yeah, we're done. I have more boxes to open, but that'll be for next week. If you've not, and all of these items are available on Amazon, and being the gracious host that I am, I will provide you with purchase opportunities. The first one will be a link in the card above. That link will take you to the Friday's Finds shopping list. Friday's Finds 2025 shopping list. So all the items on Friday's Finds are in that shopping list. If you don't want to mess with that, in the description below, I will provide you with individual product links. So if you need a set of drop sprayers, they'll be in the description. There'll be a link, take you directly to that product page. Those links actually benefit me more than if you go to the shopping list, because the vendors can see that you're clicking through from my video. Yeah. So please, click on a link, go to Amazon, just look. You don't have to buy nothing. I challenge you. Go shop Amazon and don't make a purchase. All right, so we're at the end. If you've not already, I'd be most honored if you'd consider clicking on the subscribe button. That really helps a small channel. And for those of you who have been following along, thank you. I really appreciate your attention. And for our patrons, your generosity is a great help. Thank you. You guys rock. All right, y'all come back now, you hear?